And
this is the story of how I was actually cool in real time for once in my life. I was a Rocky Horror Picture Show regular, with all that goes with that, and I've always gotten in backstage. Most of the theaters I've had backstage privileges. At the UC Theater in Berkeley, I had borderline backstage privileges. So I showed up to the final show at the UC Theater in Berkeley. God rest that screen soul. And it was the biggest show ever. I mean, it sold out to the gills before I even got there. So I get to the line about 10 o'clock as usual, and everyone's saying it's sold out, the box office is closed. So I'm hanging out in the line, and a couple of people say, how you gonna get in? I'm like, don't worry about it. Too cool for school. I'm getting in. Don't you? I'll see you inside. It's not even a thing. But I am actually thinking about how I'm going to get in, because although I had backstage, this is the big night. I mean, this is the closing night. And I'm not quite down with the backstage of UC Theater as much as I'd like. So I'm like, I got to get in there somehow. So I'm just hanging around, being myself, and along comes the great one. I'm not going to give away his name, but his initials are CM. He knows who he is, as Frank-N-Furter. And he comes marching up. He's got his beautiful regalia on of his usual wonderful self. And on his arm is a gorgeous girl draped in velvet. They're being elegant as hell. So they arm in arm, walking up, doing the royal wave to everybody. I go over, I do my shtick of worshiping CM, and I use his real name so he knows that I know who he is. And I'm down with him right away. Kiss his hand, kiss the hand of the girl who's on his arm, very elegantly waving to the crowd. I grab her arm and join her. We all elegantly wave to the crowd. And of course, Frank-N-Furter goes right past security with the velvet-clad girl and me on their arm in arm, through the barricades, through the crowd, hello, and just wander myself in through the crowd. I mean, you cannot be more in with the in crowd than that. So that was one time I was actually cool, too cool for school once.
Nice.
Among, of course, the gigantic Rocky Horror Picture Show theater geeks, but still.
Nice.
So,